Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I'm very excited because I am back with one of my favorite new artist to me anyway, Tamino. I've done several of his videos now, so I guess he's not brand new to me, but still it's only this year that I learned about Tamino, and I love his voice. His lyrics are often very interesting as well. He writes his own lyrics, so we'll be having a look at the lyrics after. And the song is called So It Goes. I haven't heard it before, but we know Tamino has that incredible voice of his. It's so smooth, it's so, I don't know, resonant. I really love it. So let's have a listen. This particular video and this particular song was a request, actually. Sometimes I just go in and look at Tamino's channel and pick one. But this specific video was requested, so it goes live at AB Ancienne, Belgique. And I haven't seen it before, so I don't know really where to put my face. Hopefully I will be out of the way, but I might try to move it around if I need to. Let's have a listen. Oh, before I start, I forgot to mention before, don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's go. I like the start already. It's super, super.
And so it goes, the stillness covers my ears tenderly until all sound disappears. And it shows while when swing in the trees vigorously, while then I stop to move me.
It's a good place to stop for a second. I like the way that he mixes, even with his voice, sort of a little bit of the Middle Eastern sound with the Western sound musically, and then that voice. I mean, he's born with it. It's nature, but nevertheless, he's learned how to use it really well. So just because you have a good voice doesn't necessarily mean that you know how to use it well, and he does. So, and the other band members are very good. I particularly like the drums coming in. Yeah, really, really good.
I praise the same and so it goes. The stillness covers my ears.
Sorry about that. An ad popped up in the middle, so I had to do a little bit of editing there. I think I've done fairly well to catch everything, but there's going to be a bit of a glitch there. It's quite long, 10:28. I'm not sure what else is coming up here, but it's a great song so far. I really enjoy it. He can just keep on doing this if he wants for the next 6 minutes or something.
Until all sound disappears. Now it shows why when the swing of the trees focus sleep. Well, it has stopped to move me.
better stop before the ads come back again. Uh, wow, wow. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, a lot of music at the end. I mean, just instruments, but and some of Tamino's voice as well. But I like the build up and louder, and you had the keyboards, the guitar, the drums. Tamino's voice even, expanding sort of, and then that very quiet section, and then slowly Tamino coming back in again, and then everything building up again. But also, I like the way that he plays around with his voice, and by that I just mean he uses it so effectively. He his singing is different than Jeff Buckley, but that part of it reminds me of Jeff Buckley, another singer that I really adore and love, and should get more on the channel. Unfortunately, he gets blocked, and it's very difficult to get him up. But I will have to try to do some more of Jeff's work too. Uh, Tamino only reminds me in the sense that he uses his voice so well as an instrument. All singers obviously are using their voice as an instrument, but not in the way that some do, like Tamino, who's able to use inflections and not in this song necessarily runs, but he can do that too, and he could just do so many things. I wish I knew more about all the different things that people do with their vocal cords, so I could express myself more clearly. But it's just great what he can do with his voice, and it's not just the tone of it; it's how he uses that instrument. It's so much more complex than just singing, which is great. If you can sing, that's awesome. But he does a lot more with that. It's like anything, like a saxophone player or a drummer or a key. And I love the drummer here too, and the guitars and keyboards. Everybody was doing such a great job. But they play their instrument, and you have a great saxophone player, and then you have somebody who goes above and beyond with the sax. They can do things you didn't even think could be done with a saxophone. That's what I mean. Tamino does things with his voice to me that others just don't. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You can let me know. All right, let's have a look at the lyrics now. So it goes by Tamino. Tamino writes his own lyrics. So that's also great. What a wonderful artist he is. I crowned the same old passing of time, gave the golden scepter, though it was never really mine. He made the days all pass me by in such idyllic swiftness he didn't even try. Not sure what he's talking about. And so it goes, the stillness covers my ears tenderly until all sound disappears. Now it shows while wind is swinging the trees vigorously. Well, it has stopped to move me. I crowned the same old passing of time, gave the golden scepter, though it was never really mine. Made the days all pass me by. You'll have to interpret that yourself. I'm not really sure what he's talking about. I love the song. I'm not sure I'm going to get too much out of the lyrics here. I praised the same old spending of time, slept on the whitest beaches in the calmest of nights. They held me chained and captive, so I could never join the sea in its ever-changing tides. So I'm not sure. There's something about the almost like the yin and yang here in a way, I think. Not that he's going there specifically, but just the way of my expressing it. Um, so having, is it something about having loads of time and not recognizing it or not appreciating it or something of that nature? Slept on the whitest beaches in the calmest of nights. They held me chained and captive. So almost like what you want, but it ends up becoming your prison. I don't know. Could never join the sea in its ever changing tides. So wanting those changes, wanting that life, is that living, and not doing that is not living, because up above he said, um, and so it goes, the stillness covers my ears tenderly until all sound disappears. I'm not sure what he's talking about. The crowd, where am I here? If I'm to let it in, it might just stay forever. If I'm to welcome him, we might just stay together. Again, not sure what he's talking about here. Is he talking in a religious sense? Is that God? If I'm to welcome him, we might just stay together. Is that it? I'm not sure. If I'm to let it in, it might just stay forever. The crown remains. It's always been mine. I ought to wear it better. I ought to know it now. And so it goes, the stillness covers my ears tenderly until all sound disappears. Now it shows while wind is swinging the trees vigorously. Well, it has stopped to move me. Well, your guess is as good as mine, I'm afraid. uh, I think this might be the least that I can dissect or get out of the lyrics. I could get a lot more, and I probably will in the future when I'm looking at them alone, but it might have nothing to do with Tamino's meaning or what his intention was, because I would have to really dig deep, and it would probably bring a lot of me rather than maybe what Tamino originally meant, if he had anything specific in mind, which, yeah, he probably did. But sometimes lyrics are written in ways that there can be many, many interpretations. That can be the goal of the artist as well, and that might be the case here. Uh, but I'm not too sure. Maybe you know more. Maybe he's referring to something that I'm just not familiar with, or isn't coming to mind at any rate. Nevertheless, they are good lyrics, whatever they mean, whatever his overall meaning is. They're beautiful lyrics. The way he presented the song, sang the song, the drummer, everybody else, that was just impressive. In fact, I'm going to have a look underneath the video right now, so bear with me while I switch screens here a little bit. Let me just look underneath the video to see. Uh, so song, so it goes. Artist Tamino, album, so it goes. Apparently, that doesn't list the drummer or the guitarist or the other or the keyboardist or anybody. A few comments here. Man, this song and many others he wrote fits so perfectly with the atmosphere of Dune. Too bad they missed the opportunity. Yeah, I can see that. I can hear that. That's a good comment. That makes sense. The more you find of this artist, the more astonished you get of how he's spectacularly, incredibly talented. Yes. When the live version is better than the studio one, yeah, I agree. Well, I don't agree actually because I haven't heard the studio one, but if it could be any better than this, I would be shocked. And I like live a lot, and that's why I would say that, because I often do like the live versions, even though the sound quality can sometimes be less. I don't think it was in this one. Anyone who can use their voice as an instrument is a legend in my book. There you go. That's what I keep saying about Tamino. I think this is his best performance. You know why? It's the first time you see them really as a band, and how they all lift each other up. Yeah, that the whole band was great. I don't know how I can ever live in peace without seeing him live after this. Yeah, I don't think I'll get the chance, but it would be great. Lyrics. Okay, not sure why they put the lyrics. Okay. Oh, there's one I can't read, but if that's your language, there you go. Wow, I sure did go through a holy moment. Okay, so that one's a bit too religious for me, but even his silhouette is gorgeous. Gorgeous, yes. Yeah, and they mentioned the players as well, the bass player, drummer, pianist. Yeah, I really, really love the drummer, but the other ones as well, all really good. But the drummer came through a lot in this one. I think it started right from the beginning, and then it all the way through. You got an awful lot out of the drums. Okay, very, very good. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you do. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to all those who have. In the meantime, uh, keep listening, keep having fun. Bye bye for now.